Yo, what is up,
Hey,
guys?
hey.
Joseph freaking Smokes here.
Simon Vapes, yo.
We're here about to hotbox the studio.
No, we're not. Hey, we're not allowed to talk. We're about to vape hotbox the studio, okay? Nothing bad is
We're
gonna
gonna take
happen.
a shower in the studio. It's gonna be very
it's gonna
misty.
Super steamy in here.
So steamy.
It's gonna be. Anyways, how's everybody been? It's been a while. We haven't recorded one. We've been on spring break, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep attending to these things.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of.
It's like a chore. I'm joking. I love doing this.
We love all you.
We love it.
All 30 of you.
Hey, Joseph, did you hear about the Jussie Smollett story and what happened with that?
Yeah, you told me about.
Was I?
You
telling
told
you
me
a little
that
bit about
right
that?
before this episode.
I was telling
'cause
you
were
right
thinking
before,
about,
right?
Yeah.
So it's still
that you wanted
fresh
to
in your
talk
mind.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's crazy. I must say, it's hilarious. So Jussie Smollett.
It's gotten thicker. The plot.
The plot has thickened.
Yeah.
Has indeed.
Since most people have heard.
So basically, Jussie Smollett is like a Hollywood actor, right? And he's famous for his show or
What
for
was the
playing
show he was on?
Empire.
Empire.
You've heard of it, right?
Yes.
So he basically he came out one day and
he wasn't famous enough.
he wasn't. He thought exactly right. And he's an African gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not Caucasian. And he's also part of the LGBT community. Nothing wrong with that. But he decided that, not enough people know that. Not enough people know that he's a minority. And not enough people know that he is part of the LGBT. So
That's right.
he comes out one day and he's like, oh my God, I got beat up in an alleyway the other day by these two dudes. And they called me the N-word, and they called me gay,
Right.
and they said really bad things, right? And everyone was like, oh my God, that's awful. This is so terrible.
And just like the moon landing, he fabricated this whole little scenario. Stanley Kubrick was running the security cameras.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. Dude.
And yeah, they didn't even get it on camera. They were trying to, but they missed the camera. So yeah.
So...
It's just, can a guy just go to Subway at 2 a.m. in peace?
God. Yeah. Right? But he used this thing as like poor me. Anyways, turns out he paid two brothers to beat him up and say those things about him. And we know this because one of the brothers came out and was like, yeah, he paid us.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, man. It was so funny. It's so funny.
It was.
Oh, my God.
And then, so the new bit of that is that they've dropped all charges, haven't they?
Why?
I'm not sure.
Against Jussie?
Yeah. And
What?
the police, they found out like pretty much at the exact same time the public did, and they're like so confused, and they're very angry press conference.
I bet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's
No
really
way.
nuts.
That's so funny.
The gloves didn't fit, I guess, so he's good to go.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I researched a little bit, too, and I think it's because he gave these two brothers a check for, like, $4,000, right? So the police were like, oh, that's proof of him paying them. But it turns out that he actually used that check to pay them for a personal training session because the two brothers were personal trainers. So it was legit that he actually paid them. And then the police were like, well, there's no proof that he paid them.
Oh.
So that's why. I bet that's why.
But
that's
clever
still
guy,
weird.
But not that clever.
Yeah, right?
I know, he's a good actor from his interview. Like...
From his mugshot, he looked great.
Yeah. He was even crying in one eye, I think. He has that incredible gift that only a few actors are graced with. They can cry one tear at a time. It's like first the right eye, then the left eye.
Do they alternate?
Yeah, they alternate, and they just collect into a pool off the end of the chin, and then they just
they drip into a cup. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny. How much of an attention whore do you have to be to really Oh God, people don't know who I am.
Like
Let me pay some dudes to assault me.
I feel like it's probably like a lot more complicated than what is like being told.
It must be
I
because
feel like,
or it's fake. Like the whole thing is fake.
oh, just some publicity stunt.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
No, it's
I don't know if it can be
it's too
that.
far into investigation. I'm pretty sure they would have found that out.
I don't know, man. It's super weird. So weird.
Yeah, so there was also another story that you wanted to share. It was the two women.
Oh, the two women.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, it's coming back to me now.
Oh man, hang on. It's
very
Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin scandal.
Yeah.
So basically, they these two also Hollywood actors. I can't remember what show they were on.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look it up in a bit. But yeah, Felicity Huffman. Their two daughters, or each of their daughters, graduated high school at the same time, and I guess they wanted them to get into like a really high profile post secondary institution. So, but they were stupid.
Right.
So basically they paid the principal to let them graduate from the school because they weren't going to, and then they paid, what was it, something like
Coach?
Yeah, that was in a bit, because they paid, hang on one second.
So these two women just decided to bribe their way into their education.
Yeah, so they paid bribes of up to $6.5 million to get their children into Yale, Stanford, Georgetown University, and University of Southern California. 4 universities that didn't end up accepting the girls got $6.5 million.
Wow.
Like, what the hell? It's crazy. But then...
I would totally take those bribes. Like, honestly...
Right?
Like, there's no way I would not accept that. So, I don't blame a single person who went through with that.
But yeah, so basically they had to get into these universities on some sort of merit, right? And it wasn't their academic merits, because the report cards, they graduated, but they were getting like C's and D's in all of their classes, right? So it couldn't be academic. So they were like, okay, well, we can pull off it being like an acceptance based on sports, right?
Right.
So what they did was they paid the high school soccer coach or the high school gym teacher $15 million to write recommendations for each of their daughters.
Oh my gosh. That's like...
Saying like... And these girls have never played sports. Never.
I was going to say, that's how I get my reference letters. That's why I'm broke. That's the reason I don't get lunch with you guys anymore.
You're like, sorry, man, I had to pay Miss Manti a couple extra dollars to...
Yeah, I got Miss Manti to write my reference letter.
What? I thought she hated you. No, she doesn't. Not anymore. No. Oh, man.
No, yeah, I was like, hey, Miss Manti, can you write me a reference letter? And she's like, oh, yeah, you know what? You can just write it yourself and then give it, like... Okay, this isn't a legit one, just so everybody knows. This is just for our high school grad transition assignment where we had to get reference letters.
Oh, I did the same thing. Yeah. I'll say it after.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, just like, so I just went online and I found a reference letter generator.
Yeah.
So you just put in all the information, like the who, the what,
Oh my God.
the why, and the how, and then it spits out like a couple paragraphs, and it was good. Like, it seemed legit. It was very formal. And then Miss Manti said she had only great things to say about me.
Wow.
So I feel very proud.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
Only
I did the
great
same thing with Miss Eccles. I texted her on Instagram like a couple nights ago. I'm like, hey, I need like just a fake reference, just a reference letter. Can I write it and then you sign it? And she's like, yeah. I wrote one in like 10 minutes, sent it over. She signed it, scanned it, and then sent it back.
Just to clarify, this is...
I won't actually use it.
This
it's
is not for
it's not
like,
real.
legitimate universities.
It's
this
just
is
for an assignment.
A mock assignment.
Yeah, so I won't actually be using this reference letter. If I'm applying, I will be using a real reference letter.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, so these moms, right? They paid $15 million to the
really
soccer
off
coach.
track
We
there,
did. That was weird. A little
no,
bit of a long
those.
tangent.
We've got a conversation tree going on here.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. I mean, it would definitely waste time.
Yeah.
They'll never know. But yeah, so they paid their coach $15 million to give a good recommendation. But then the school, that like the post-secondary institution, was like, well, we need like, do you have like photos or something? So this is what they did. They took studio portraits of these girls acting out playing soccer. They
photoshopped like
yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure on a few of them they just photoshopped their faces onto like like sports players, like
on a bodybuilders.
Yeah,
just
right.
cropped.
Like I'm like, oh my god, how did they get away with this?
I'd crop my head onto one of the posters for the Men in Kilts lawn cleaning service.
Yeah.
Those guys know what they're doing. So like I just crop my head over top of that. And, I have like a lawnmower in one hand.
Would that go as like your headshot when you're applying the
yeah.
like I have a like like if you're applying to be an actor for like you're like, yeah, here are my headshots. I can I have a really wide range of characters I play. Here's a Scotsman, here's a white man, and that's it. I can wear a kilt.
So jumping back onto that branch.
So they paid this coat, or no, they like hired a professional photography studio to come and take fake pictures of these girls playing soccer. And I'm like, holy cow, how stupid are these girls? They must be like really dumb.
Just making stock photos.
To not right? Like
a nice little translucent bit of text can go pop right over that. I can see that.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, how stupid are these girls? And then I'm like, hang on, how stupid are the universities for like believing this garbage? There's like this girl who's like has a terrible face like Photoshop job with like those stock photo watermark in the back, and they're like, yeah, seems legit.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. I love that. But oh god,
some people just do the darndest things.
They do the darndest things. They're crazy, man. They are crazy. They're crazy guy.
Should we wrap up?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Oh, only 12 minutes, Doc.
All right.
We got loads of time.
Let's keep going.
What else can we talk about? Dr. Phil.
Right.
I love Dr. Phil.
So do you want to show just a little clip?
Yeah.
You can just put it up to the mic or something.
Yeah.
And we'll edit around it and stuff.
So this girl on Dr. Phil, I don't know her name, but she's the one who messaged Dr. Phil to get on the show. This 15-year-old girl. She sent in the letter and was like, my mom needs to be fixed. Because what had happened was her mom gave her a $4,000 a month allowance to go and buy whatever she wants. She's 15 years old. $4,000 a month. And just recently her mom was like, that's too much. I'm only going to give you $1,000 a month.
Oh,
and the reason they're on Dr. Phil is because they're like,
that's terrible.
I want my mom to give me more money. But I'll play the clip. It's so funny. Hang on.
She should set up a Patreon.
You wrote into me. Tell me what you wanted me to get straight with your mom.
I want my mom to understand that I can't live off of $1,000 a month, and I grew up on a certain lifestyle. She can't just take that away from me immediately. If someone took her lifestyle away from her, she wouldn't like that. And I grew up on it. It's all I ever know. I can't deal with this.
I can't deal with it.
And so, I came to you for help.
Okay, so you want me to get her to do what? What would be the home run for you?
I need her to understand that I need at least $2,500 a month. She works all the time. She doesn't do anything for me. She doesn't drive me anywhere. And so, other people would have their moms, like, drive them places, buy them food, make them food, but I have to do everything myself, and I need the funds for that.
So do you do that? When you have the money, are you in there in the kitchen frying up stuff and mixing up?
No, I'm buying food.
So you eat out a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make food at home, but then I get bored of just. I don't like cooking because it just makes a huge mess, and then my mom gets mad at me. And I don't like cleaning up a huge mess and doing the dishes. And then I just don't like eating at home because it's the same boring food.
You say she's out there for you. How do you get to school every day?
I do online school. I don't go to school for.
You don't go to school?
I don't go to like
Independent.
public school for other reasons.
Why not?
Like I
Look
just
at
got
her.
traumatized. I can't get
Poor
into that
you.
right now, but
Having to buy
You
food.
got traumatized.
yes.
Part of it is why she couldn't keep up with the lifestyle of the
No,
other
but
kids.
that's
Beverly
No,
Hills.
no,
There's other reasons.
Mom,
I'm
that's not true.
just
Mom,
being a
that's
brat
not true.
about that.
But you don't go to school, do you? So you
I do online school.
You want a G-Wagon for
Oh
your
yeah,
16th
I
birthday?
need my G-Wagon. There's no question. I
My
need it.
G-Wagon.
$60,000 car.
Yeah,
You need that.
yeah.
I
my
need
mom's
it.
buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon?
Oh my
Why
God.
do you need a G-Wagon?
I
Poor
really
girl.
want the G-Wagon.
Well, I understand you want it, but why do you said, I need the G-Wagon. Why do you need
I really
G-Wagon?
like the way it looks. I've wanted one for like 2 years now. Every time I see them, you see so many of them near my house, and every time I see one, I'm in awe. I love them.
Oh, that's great.
They're
What?
the
I
interior's
need
so
one.
nice,
I need
and
one.
there's
Why
no
do you
blind
need
spots
it?
at all.
Well, I just like the way it looks.
Yeah, honestly, I feel really bad for this girl and her mother. Because man, she must have to flip the pages of her own books,
Right?
too. That's,
Oh my
I
God.
feel- please,
Poor her.
if anybody can just spare a few dollars on her Patreon,
Yeah,
to
please.
just get up to that
4,000.
$2,500
At least. At least.
Yeah,
right?
at least.
She needs her Louis Vuitton bags, man.
Oh my gosh.
The poor girl. She's not gonna make it. Oh man.
No, she
That's
seems
so
lovely
funny.
though. She seems really. No. She seems like the type of girl I'd date. Honestly, if I'm just being square with you guys. No, totally cool.
You want to date? Only want to date her because her parents are loaded.
That's right. I'm the gold digger.
I'm the gold digger. Yeah. Oh man, I love Dr. Phil. You know he has a podcast too, right?
Yes, I've heard a
so
little bit
good.
of it.
It's so funny. He has an entire series. What's it called? It's called like Living by Design. And oh man, like it's so clear that he just stretches out every subject he can to its very, very max, right?
Yeah.
Like he's on like part 7 now, right? And he's like, today I'm gonna be talking about 3 tips to live the way you want. And I'm like, you're gonna talk about 3 tips for 2.5 hours? Like, holy God, what is he gonna say?
He gets paid by like the minute watch.
He's like, eat your vegetables because the greens are good for your heart, and you'll live a long, healthy, happy life if you eat your vegetables. Now, don't forget to eat your vegetables. Like, what can he say about the same thing over and over and over again?
I feel like if you just gotta. He's one of those guys. You just gotta put it on 1.25 speed, and then it sounds pretty normal.
It's so funny, man. It's so funny. And they're
I
so long.
I love Dr. Phil.
Oh, Dr. Phil's so good. I love the way he interviews people. He always sounds so disinterested.
Yeah, and also he feels like very above them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
on, like just a sanity level.
Yeah.
Every single
And
person.
they're all like, I'm mad at my mom. And he's like, oh, all right. Well,
Let's step back. Here.
let's take a step back and look at why. No, he doesn't say why. He goes, why. My white whipped cream. Like the scene from Family Guy.
What?
Have you seen? Oh man, I gotta find it now. The scene from Family Guy. You haven't heard of it? The Stewie going whipped cream.
Oh,
The,
wasn't it the cool whip?
Cool whip. Cool whip. Brian. The cool whip. The cool what? The cool whip. I want to find it now. Cool whip. Family Guy. This is it. I think I found it. Stupid ad. We hate you, Skip the Dishes.
Actually, let's skip the dishes.
Yeah, they're pretty. No, DoorDash is better, honestly.
Are they?
Yeah, you ever tried DoorDash?
No.
Much better. This is not an ad. Hang on.
Oh, you got got some pie, Can I have a piece?
Sure.
Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip.
What'd you say?
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip, yeah.
You mean Cool Whip?
Yeah, Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
Say whip.
Whip.
Now say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're eating hair.
I
Cool
think
whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say cool whip. Cool whip.
Do you want? Let's sign out like that. Let's go. We'll each alternate doing Cool Whip, and we'll get further and further away from the mic, so it's like we're leaving. So let's just.
Well, are we gonna do a test one?
No, let's just do it right now.
We're not done.
Yeah, it's 21 minutes.
Oh, I guess we can be done. I gotta read joke of the day though, man.
Oh yeah.
We can't forget about joke of the day. That's the most important part of
This
the
is like
the show.
It's like joke of the week. No, more like joke every 2.5 months when we do these.
Yeah, pretty much. What's a good one? You know what? He's been sending me a lot of jokes about vacations.
I feel like he's sending a message.
Like it's.
I feel like he needs some time off. Your dad.
Like. Oh my god, it's. Let's see if I can find him. What?
Any good ones today? Any
Hasn't
ripe
been
ones?
a good one in a long time, if I'm being honest with you. Okay. What's the king of all school supplies?
What?
The ruler.
Ah, that's not bad.
That's awful. What are you talking about? That's my least favorite one.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that was a
If I'm
terrible.
being honest,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
really
no.
bad.
Honestly, I was just joking around there, but I really hated that.
Anyways,
Anything to be accepted.
I guess we can sign out now.
All
Should we
right.
end it off?
Yeah,
You wanna
let's
start. Or do you
All
want me to
right,
start?
yeah.
Any?
All right, see you guys. Cool Whip.
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 Cool Whip.